The 1, 2. You need my finger again? Let's go again.
All right, welcome back, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're going to be going live to RJon and Danny reading chapter 1 of Automatic Marketing Machine in just a minute here, all right?
Actually, the introduction comes first, young man.
Ooh, we're going to take an introduction. You get to start from the very beginning.
That's right.
Welcome to the show.
Everybody for watching us all day.
You're live.
Welcome everyone. Thank you for watching us all day. Today is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. The time is 4:56 Eastern Standard Time, and at exactly 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my alarm goes off, and no matter where I am, mid-sentence, doesn't matter, I'm walking out the door to get home for a dinner date with my wife and family who are in town visiting, and they are leaving to go home to Argentina tomorrow. So this is my last chance to see them before they leave. And so at exactly 6:30, I'm out. So we're gonna see how much we can share with you right now. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for all your shares. We've been building and building and building an audience since yesterday morning because you are sharing everything on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube.
All those other
LinkedIn.
things.
I'm sorry?
Twitter
And LinkedIn. This is Danny, my co-author of the Automatic Marketing Machine, and just to refresh everyone's recollection, in case you were here yesterday, we wrote a book called The Automatic Marketing Machine. We delivered the manuscript to the publisher a little late, and the publisher said, all right, some words were said, and
some feelings were hurt.
maybe some feelings were hurt. And bottom line is, now to appease the publisher, we are doing a audio book of the Automatic Marketing Machine, and we will be recording the audiobook ourselves rather than the publisher hiring a voiceover professional. Maybe by the end of this, we will be voiceover.
You never
know.
You never know.
You never know.
Stranger things have happened.
So we're going to be performing this book for you, The Automatic Marketing Machine. If you like what you hear, if you like what you see, if you like what you get, I'm sure we'll have a way for you to pre-order the audiobook. Eventually, at some point, there will also be a printed book, but the audiobook is actually going to come out first.
Danny, tell them where they can go right now.
Yeah, why don't you tell them where they can go in case they want to pre-order?
Right now, AMMbook.com and get on the
As in
list.
automatic, M as in marketing, M like in marketing,
Yep.
machine.
AMM.
AMMbook.com. That's just get you on the list so you know when the book comes out.
Maybe we can drop the link in the comments.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, so before we get to the actual introduction, let me just put some context around this. We're both big fans of audiobooks. I love audiobooks. Most of the books in my library, I haven't actually ever read. I've listened to them. What I do is I listen to audiobooks, and then if I like it, I buy the book so I can have something to refer back to. And then I go through and I sometimes make notes, or just like to have it. It's having digital books on my phone isn't the same thing to me as having a bookshelf full of books. I'm a little old-fashioned that way. But I do like to just open them up and find specific things. I can find things in a printed book more easily than I can find things in an audiobook.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some technical app or something where you can bookmark audiobooks. I just don't know how to do that.
Sure.
So, I forgot why I was talking about. Oh yeah, so we're both big fans of audiobooks. We're both big fans of audiobooks, and there's always a challenge when you have co-authors who have truly collaborated on a book. And I'm not talking about one of these bullshit books where someone writes a book and then sells or licenses the book to someone.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a legit collaboration.
Many 5 a.m. mornings collaborating.
Many 5 a.m. breakfast meetings to collaborate and work on this book. And anyway, so there's always a challenge of, do I read the first half of the book and Danny reads the second half of the book? Does Danny read the first half of the book and I read the second half of the book? Do we flip a coin and we go odd, even chapters on the book? Do we go page by page? Because I can't really say that this paragraph is mine and that paragraph is Danny's. It's not like that. We really did collaborate on this book together. So here's what we came up with. The book is 14 chapters. 14 chapters?
Yes.
The book is 14 chapters. Each chapter is about 5,000 words. That means it's about 30 minutes per chapter. Each chapter, most chapters, have about 5 sections. So like 5 headings, 5 sections. And so what we decided to do is, I'm going to read a section, Danny's going to read a section. I'm going to read a section, Danny's going to read a section. I'll read 2 sections if I get on a roll. Danny will read a section or 2. You get the idea. We're going to try to read this thing straight. We have a producer, director in the room who the publisher has hired to produce this book. So if we flub some lines, if we go flat, for whatever reason, Jimbo will be speaking up and directing us and correcting us and say, do that again, do that again, do that again. Hopefully not too many takes. For those of you who know Jimbo and you know me and you know Danny and you know us, yes, the publisher hired Jimbo, who also is a business partner of mine. Jimbo operates that video thing, which is our direct response video marketing business. And so the publisher,
Trust my judgment.
wisely or unwisely,
Yeah.
the publisher's logic was, you're already here, you already know these people, why don't you put the whole set together and just make this thing happen? And so Jimbo is going to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so shall we get started?
Let's roll.
All right. Nice deep breaths.
If there's questions, Deanna,
Yes.
I don't want you to interrupt us. This is not a conversation. We have to get this done. We've got a limited time.
Okay.
We've got to get this book done. We got 28 hours blocked out to get this book done over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Before we get on the road and travel to New Orleans for the live quarterly meeting. So we got to get this done.
Okay,
Just save the questions.
I'm gonna save the questions. Keep asking, guys. I'm just gonna save them, and I'm gonna ask RJon later.
Yeah. And maybe during breaks or whatever, if they gotta do some technical resets, we can
Yep.
fill the time.
Perfect.
Either with guitar picking or question answering, or possibly both.
Right, that's the winner.
Okay, let's be
All right,
serious.
let's do this. You got section 1.
All right, nice deep breath.
And remember, we need the room audio, okay?
All right, we need to do like 10 seconds of silence, so just hang tight, 10 seconds of silence
Let's take a
for
moment
the
of
audio recording.
silence
Take a moment of silence.
in
No, we
honor
need
of
to do this-
entrepreneurship.
We need to do this because the,
Room tone.
what?
Let's say room tone. That's what it's called.
Because we need to establish the room tone for the audio book, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a tech nerd, I don't know these things. All right,
Okay.
go on.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, silence. Cut. We're good.
Introduction, the automatic marketing machine. You have finally found it, a very special place created just for small business owners who are seeking to answer that common nagging question. Our products and services are the best around, so why am I always scrambling so desperately to find new clients and customers? All business owners face this same challenge. How to attract a steady stream of the right kinds of clients, predictably, reliably, and consistently enough in order to produce steady and growing cash flow that gives you enough confidence that you don't have to accept work from crazy clients or customers just to make payroll. If this does not resonate with you, chances are you are not the owner of the business that you work for. If you do own a business, then it probably does resonate with you. And regardless of what industry you are in, no matter how big or small your team may be today, and irrespective of past success, we want to congratulate you for being an entrepreneur. Truly, you are the engine of the world. So rest assured, while you are holding this book or listening to this audiobook, you are with other like-minded entrepreneurs, friends who know what it's like to sit in the seat where the buck actually stops. This book is 100% based upon real-world, direct response, education-based marketing strategies that have the power to consistently and predictably attract the right kinds of customers, clients, patients, passengers, diners, or whatever you call the people who consume the products and services of your business. Each strategy you're going to be discovering in this book has been proven by thousands of small business owners in every industry that you can possibly imagine, operating in large cities and small towns and everything in between. They're men, they're women, they're old, they're young, they're tall, they're short, they're from all walks of life. Some are even left-handed, some are right-handed. Anyone can make this work for their business. You've worked hard. You've created a solid reputation. You've done great work with a long list of happy and appreciative clients and customers or patients or passengers or whatever you call them, the people you do business with. But you've discovered that just doing great work does not automatically attract But you've discovered that just doing great work does not automatically
Give me one of
attract.
these. But you've discovered.
But you've discovered that just doing great work does not automatically attract prospects to your door. So let's get this out of the way right now. The business owners who are out there bragging that they get all their business by referrals only, either they are lying to you or their business is not serving nearly as many customers as it could be, which is a polite way of saying they're probably broke. Or else they are naive to the fact that there is a grown-up somewhere in the background who is attending to the marketing of their business so that all the kids at the kiddies table don't have to concern themselves with where the food actually comes from. You've tried marketing, you've spent serious money on ads that didn't work, direct mail that under-delivered, pay-per-click advertised that drained. You've tried marketing, you've spent serious
Say
money.
it like this. You've tried marketing.
You've tried marketing. You've spent serious money on ads that did not work, direct mail that under-delivered, pay-per-click advertising that drained your bank account dry, and probably a host of other approaches, none of which delivered the results that you promised, none of which delivered the results that were promised to you or that you expected, none of which delivered the results you were expecting,
Yeah, read
none
that.
of which.
I'm sorry, let's try the whole thing again, because that's a good paragraph and it's all really one thought.
Let me just try this first.
Okay.
It'll say probably a host of other approaches.
Okay, and then go, and
Yeah, I got it.
probably.
None of which delivered the results that you were expecting, certainly not the results that were probably promised to you.
Okay, if you're going to do that, then just eliminate the probably and go promise to you. If you're going to go that route.
None of which delivered the results that you were expecting, and certainly not the results that you were promised. Like most entrepreneurs, you sometimes feel confused and overwhelmed. You're getting hammered on all sides with consultants and gurus saying do one thing or another, and feeling like you have to press harder and harder to do more and more just to get by every month. Well, we are here to help you. We are here to mute all that noise and provide you with a set of practical and proven principles, not just theories. We're not just going to be giving you tactics or talking about the latest doohickey technology. We will also be sharing resources that you will need to consistently, automatically. We'll also be sharing resources you'll need to consistently, automatically. We'll also be sharing the
All right, take a breath.
We'll also be sharing the resources that you'll need to consistently and automatically attract clients. We'll also be sharing the resources that you'll need to consistently and automatically attract prospects who are ready, willing, and able to engage your services or buy your products. And by that, we mean we are going to show you how to build a scalable marketing machine, not only to attract new leads, but also to convert those leads into appointments, convert those appointments into clients, and multiply one client or customer or patient or passenger or diner into 2, and then 4, and then 8. Marketing is an ever-changing world as new media seems to pop up every day. But if you learn the time trend, marketing is an ever-changing world as new media seems to pop up every day. But if you learn the time-tested, proven principles that allow some of the most successful businesses in the country to attract a steady stream of new prospects, then you will learn how to make any media work in any market, at any time, in any economy, regardless of what anyone else may or may not, regardless of what anyone else may or may not be doing. When you develop a machine that automatically feeds new prospects to your business on a daily basis, you will never again have to feel the anxiety of wondering where or when your next infusion of cash is going to come from. In fact, you can finally know the answer to the question that haunts so many hundreds of thousands of struggling entrepreneurs. Our products and services are some of the best around. So why am I always scrambling so desperately to find that next prospect?
So let's talk about where these ideas
One second.
originated.
That was a big sound right over your intro.
Good?
Yep.
So let's talk about where these ideas originated. These ideas began with a discovery, or more accurately, a series of discoveries that could well form the most important realization you'll ever arrive at as an entrepreneur. Because it's not enough to deliver a great product or service. You also have to understand how to market so you can have clients and customers and patients and diners to deliver products and services to. In other words, you have to understand marketing. You can't just expect to do great work and automatically attract clients. It just doesn't work like that in the real world. Let's think about this rationally for a minute. Then you'll understand just how misguided most business owners are when they brag about relying on referrals for all of their new clients and customers. Whether you've recognized it or not, you are mostly in the business of solving other people's problems. The first thing your clients probably want to do, as soon as you've solved their problem, is put that problem behind them and not think about it anymore.
Stop. Where are we? Highlight it, everyone.
Whether-
Highlight it. Okay. Whether you recognize it or not, you are mostly in the business, pause, of solving other people's pause. They don't know what business they're in. This is like a shock to them. Most people have no idea what business they're in, right? So you're pausing for dramatic effect.
Got it.
Whether you recognize it or not, you're mostly in the business of solving other people's problems.
Whether you recognize it,
Jimbo,
Yeah,
the word the first thing, it says the first thing. Are you reading with me?
yeah.
Highlight the word the, and put the word and before the word the. And, you gotta, this is conversation. You're reading it. You need to speak it.
Yeah.
Whether you recognize it or not, you're mostly in the business of solving other people's problems. And the first thing your clients.
Yeah.
Got it. And stop saying clients all the time. You gotta say customers, clients and customers.
whether you've recognized it or not,
Start again. Take a breath.
whether you've recognized it or not, you are mostly in the business.
Again, you sound like you're angry. I'm serious.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Like,
Take a deep breath.
take a little step back so you can move with both hands. It's like you need a guitar in your hand?
Maybe.
Speak to that smile.
Whether you've recognized it or not, you are mostly in the business of solving other people's problems. And the first thing your clients and customers probably want to do as soon as you
And the first.
and the first thing your clients and customers probably want to do,
Let's
One more time.
just wind back on that because
Yep. and the first thing your clients probably want to do as soon as you solve their problem,
Wait, slow down. And the first thing your clients and customers probably want to do as soon as you solve their problem is put that problem behind them and not think about it anymore. You gotta like up and down, up and down. You're like trying to make it straight.
and the first thing your clients probably want to do as soon as you've solved their problem is put that problem behind them and not think about it anymore. So it's not like most of them are going around looking for opportunities to tell other people about your services, at least not until we engineer a way for that to happen. It's naive to believe that customers evangelizing for your business is going to figure into the top 10 or even top 100 things that any one of your clients or customers is going to be thinking about on a daily basis. That is why entrepreneurs who go around bragging that they settle for only having as much business as referrals may bring, they are either lying, and in fact, they're out doing a lot of marketing that they're just not telling you about, or they're starving for business. If they're starving for business, by the way, a condition affecting a statistically high percentage.
Stop. We're not racing to read this as fast as we can. Take your time.
Okay.
Slow down.
Yeah. If they're starving for,
And here's another thing. You're how do I say this? Jim, help me with this. It's like you're getting up there and then you're staying up there.
I'm not coming back down.
And you gotta go up
Yeah.
there, make a point, come back down. Go up there, make a point. You're like going up there, you're working your way up there, and then once you get up there, you stay there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I say to people, they get stuck on cruise control at 8
Yeah.
rather than,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Highlight where he is?
I'm good. I'm just waiting for the sound. Good?
I would start off all with if they're.
If they're starving for business, a condition affecting a statistically high percentage.
Again, you're reading, and you gotta convert this to talking.
Okay, I'm trying.
So just tell me this.
Yeah.
Say, look at me. Look at me, tell me.
So if they're starving for business, a condition
You would
affecting.
never say it. You say which is.
Okay,
You would
fair enough.
naturally just say which is.
Okay, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta, as you're doing this, you gotta say, if they're starving for business, which is a condition
Yeah, okay.
that is affecting statistically a pretty high percentage of small business.
All right. Let me go. I got it. If they're starving for business, which is a condition affecting a statistically high percentage of small business owners, it could be they're telling you the truth about passively waiting for the phone to ring, which means they're leaving a mountain of opportunity for other entrepreneurs like you. Or they could be engaged in the wrong kind of marketing. Either way, we believe that business owners who neglect the marketing of their business neglect their responsibility to actively market the availability of valuable products and services which give their customers the opportunity to have a better life.
1 second. Okay.
Of course, most of the owners of struggling businesses who settle for just waiting around for the phone to ring, or who rely on the crap that passes for marketing for most small businesses, those owners have likely never learned about the sort of direct response, trackable, education-based, highly ethical, and wildly profitable marketing that you will be exposed to in this book. So maybe we can give them a break. But the fact that you are reading these words right now means you are likely more entrepreneurial mature than most small business owners. And while they still hold on to fairy tales about being the best leads to success, you already know that you can be the most skilled technician in the world and still starve with no new clients. You can offer the very best services in your market and still starve with no new clients. You can have a positive attitude that Norman Vincent Peale would envy and be as motivated as a participant at a Tony Robbins seminar and still starve with no new clients. You can stand willing to provide great value, great service, great expertise, and still starve with no new clients. Your business can literally be a paragon of virtues, with the world seemingly singing your praises 24/7, and even as you bask in their applause, you can still starve with no new clients. The realization you've probably come to, which led you to the book, which led you to this book, is that you could very well starve.
Here's you go. Which led you to this book is this.
Oh, got it. Cut.
Yeah.
The realization you've probably come to.
You're up there. You're like,
Okay.
the realization. You're starting up there.
Got it.
You gotta chill out.
The realization you've probably come to.
You're trying too hard. You're pushing this too hard.
The realization you've probably come to, which led you to this book, is this. You could very well starve. You won't get rich, and you certainly won't have peace of mind unless and until you have an affordable, efficient, dependable means of attracting a sufficient flow of qualified leads and clients. Most business owners sort of know this, but they still focus on everything but the one thing that will make all the difference in the world to their success, which is marketing. Entrepreneurs have a responsibility to market their services. People really need your products and services. But despite all the advertisements everywhere you look, it's actually pretty hard for most people to find the help that they need. Need proof? Consider the fact that even a simple search on the internet produces so many advertisements. Of course, it's possible that all those businesses spending all that money for all those ads are just complete and total idiots who don't bother to track or measure ROI, and so they don't know they're throwing their money away. And certainly, that's exactly the case for many of them. But isn't it more likely?
Be curious. But isn't it?
But isn't it more likely that the only reason you see so many businesses advertising so much on the internet is because it must be producing at least some business for them? In other words, the fact that so many people find themselves with no better choice than In other words, the fact...
Wait for the train, take a breath, and go back down. Start it down.
Yeah. In other words, the fact that so
Two
many
down.
people...
Two down.
In other words, the fact that so many people find themselves with no better choice than to conduct a Google search to find the help they're looking for is strong evidence that there evidence
Highlight it, Jimbo.
From the top.
Highlight it.
Yeah, from right here.
In other words, the fact that so many people find themselves with no better choice, you're laughing to yourself. You gotta let you have to be entertained by this.
Can I throw one suggestion? Because I deal with this all the time on set, trying to get people to. There's something about cameras that's still 10% of your life and energy away from you when you watch it back, and it's it feels weird, but it's you gotta over emote your exaggeration by at least 10 or 15%, and it kind of feels a little ridiculous when you do it at first, but when you watch it back, there's so much more inflection in the voice. So you just really rise with your words and lower and let that it's a tonal thing that happens. It's almost like you're kind of singing it in a way.
okay.
Like if you were drunk singing
Yeah, you gotta
karaoke, you need to be that loose.
That's a really good. It's almost like you're drunk and you're just you're almost loose and out of control.
Okay.
Right? Well, when I'm on stage, I've taken lots of classes on this. When I'm on stage, elbows never touch your side. Always up here. You have to occupy space, because when you're on stage, you shrink. And if you're just doing this, which is what we would normally if I behaved at lunch the way that I behave on stage, you would find me to be overbearing and intolerable.
Sure.
Right? Which, by the way, is part of the challenge I have with getting a personal assistant. And I'm not saying this to be funny, right? I'm being completely serious, because I go from stage to my office, back on stage, back and back. I'm back. I can't always turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. And I get these assistants who they take it personally when I'm ah! And this is stage RJon, which is, it's who I am. It's authentic. It's real.
Sure.
It's just a dialed up version of
Yeah.
myself, so I don't hide, right?
Yeah.
You need to dial this up, and that doesn't mean get louder. You need to just get more emotions.
Almost like you're making fun of it a little bit.
Yeah, almost like you're making fun of it. That's what that says, right? In other words, come on, this is ridiculous. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
The fact is, so many people find themselves with no better choice than to conduct a Google search. Holy shit! A Google search, that's where you go to find your lawyer?
Yeah.
You don't have any better choice than to find a Google search. I'm going to decide on the most important person in my life to handle my estate plan, and I want to look at the same place I go to find a plumber?
All right. I hear you.
It's
Look,
good.
the fact that they're turning to Google out there who, if anyone gave them any better option than Google, they would take it.
I like it.
That's kind of where you gotta come from. I mean, that's what it means, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just reading the book.
Okay.
It's just
All right.
drunk. It's just drunk karaoke, man.
John,
All right.
there you go.
Nice deep breath. Shake it out a
Oh, I
little bit.
think I just figured out what we need to do. Tomorrow night, we gotta go do drunk karaoke.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Loosen Danny up. And then put the book in front of him.
Yeah.
Hey, we're trying to get through 5 chapters, so
All right, here we go.
We need 5 good chapters.
All right, let's go.
In other words, the fact that so many people find themselves with no better choice than to conduct a Google search to find the help they're looking for is strong evidence that there are a lot of people out there who need help and don't know where to find it. Marketing allows business owners who seriously study and embrace it to live up to the moral.
To there.
Marketing allows business owners who seriously study and embrace it to live up to their moral obligation, the obligation that all entrepreneurs should take seriously, to ensure that when a prospective new client needs their services,
You gotta stop saying client.
we use client and customer pretty
Well, yeah, but
interchangeably.
You gotta say customers, when a prospective new, when someone, or just say when a prospect.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't even say customer, say
Yeah.
prospect.
All right, cool.
They're human beings.
When a new kill prospective.
How about you just say, wait, where is it? To ensure that when a human being, when a fellow human being, type the words please, when a, who needs the services, needs the product or services of the products or services, marketing allows business owners who seriously study and embrace it to live up to their moral obligations. No, change it back to up to the moral obligation that all entrepreneurs should take seriously. Period. We have a moral obligation before the word we. Before the word the. Before the word we. Leave, don't delete, just put the word, that's right. Marketing allows business owners who seriously study and embrace it to live up to the moral obligation. You are fucking morally indignant. The moral obligation that all entrepreneurs should take seriously. That's right. We have a moral obligation to ensure that when a fellow human being who needs the products or services that our business provides, when they need us, we have a moral obligation to make sure that they don't have to go looking for anyone.
Yeah.
They can find us.
Yeah.
That's what marketing is.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's just wordsmith this for you. What? So type, you're not typing.
I turned around to look. You said work.
Marketing allows business owners who seriously study and embrace it to live up to the moral obligations that all entrepreneurs should take seriously.
Is it one obligation or
To the moral obligation. That's fine. No, it doesn't matter. That all entrepreneurs should take seriously. Move on. That's right. We have a moral obligation to ensure that when a fellow human being who needs the products or services that our businesses provide, provide, singular,
yeah.
that they can find us. That,
Okay.
T-H-A-T.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
delete. What? W-H-A-T, what? Do you think it's more? Do you think it's moral? What, comma? Do you think it's moral? What, comma? After the what, put a comma. Do you think it's moral to hide the value your business can provide to people? Comma. I'm sorry, question mark. Do you think it's moral to sit around waiting for people to find you? Waiting around for people to find you. Question mark. If you believe that your business helps to make the world a better place in some way, shape, or form, some way, shape, or form, way, comma, shape, or form, way, shape, or form, after form, then don't you think, no, then you must agree that there is a morality, not theirs. There is a morality to marketing when you must agree that good marketing, then you must agree that effective marketing is a moral imperative. P-E-R. Period. Marketing also addresses the responsibilities that all business owners have to all of those who are depending on the business to remain viable. The next sentence doesn't make any sense. Marketing also addresses the responsibilities all business owners have to all business owners have to all those who are depending on the business to remain viable. After viable, period. After viable. Viable, period. Marketing also addresses the responsibility, marketing also addresses the responsibilities all business owners have to their shareholders, comma,
All of whom?
the shareholders, investors, and family who are depending on the business to remain viable, which it cannot do without effective marketing, period.
Viable what?
Which it cannot do without effective marketing. At least not without making the owner miserable. And sending that miserable person home to be less than the best husband or wife, comma, father or mother or father, husband or wife, mother or father, to be less than the best husband or wife, mother or father, without, at least not without making the owner miserable and sending that miserable person home, to be less than the best husband or wife, mother or father, husband or wife, mother, mother after mother, comma, get rid of father, or father, get rid of, just write father, write the word father, or pet owner, period. The bottom line is that everyone who depends on your business to be successful and everyone who depends on you not to be miserable as the owner of your business and everyone who depends on, after everyone, stop typing. Everyone who, the bottom line is that everyone who depends on your business to be successful, and everyone who, the bottom line is that everyone who depends on your business to be successful, and everyone who depends on your business to not make you miserable. We all make you miserable, that's fine. We all benefit when you have an automatic marketing machine and we all miss out when you don't.
Yeah, I like it.
Delete the rest of that paragraph. Good. Start back and consider the fact. Or start with need proof. Need proof?
Okay. Good, Jimbo?
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure it's cleaned up. All right, go back to need proof.
Need proof? Consider the fact that even a simple search on the internet produces so many advertisements. Of course, it's possible that all of those businesses spending all of that money for all of those ads are just complete and total idiots who don't bother to track or measure ROI, and so they don't
Cut. Take a drink. Deep breath.
I was so focused.
So you know, what you're doing is it really does it's a challenge for sure because
Yeah.
it's there's a part of you that is you have your analytical brain that's trying to analyze your performance.
Sorry, let's go.
The left brain. So
Need
All right,
proof?
Need proof? Need proof? Consider the fact that even a simple search on the internet produces so many advertisements. Of course, it's possible that all of those businesses spending all of that money for all of those ads are just complete and total idiots who don't bother to track or measure ROI, and so they don't know that they're throwing their money away. And certainly, that's exactly the case for many of them. But isn't it more likely that the only reason you see so many businesses advertising so much is because it must be producing at least some business for them? In other words, the fact that so many people find themselves with no better choice than to conduct a Google search to find the help they're looking for is pretty strong evidence that there are a lot of people out there who need help and don't know where to find it. Marketing allows business owners who seriously study and embrace it to live up to the moral obligation that all entrepreneurs should take seriously. That's right. We have a moral obligation to ensure that when a fellow human being who needs the products or services that our businesses provide, they can find us. What? Do you think it's moral?
And put what?
What? Do you think it's moral to hide the value your business can provide to people? Do you think it's moral to sit around waiting for people to find you? If you believe that your business helps to make the world a better place in some way, in some shape, in some form, then you must agree that effective marketing is a moral imperative. Marketing also addresses the responsibilities all business owners have to their shareholders, to their investors, to their family who are depending on the business to remain viable, which it cannot do without effective marketing. At least not without making the owner miserable and sending that miserable person home to be less than the best husband or wife, mother, father, pet owner. The bottom line is that everyone who depends on your business to be successful, and everyone who depends on your business to not make you miserable, we all benefit when you have an automatic marketing machine, and we all miss out when you don't. So when you build, test, refine, and prove that day to day, day in, day out.
Go back to
that again. So when built, tested, refined, and proven to work day in, day out, even when you're not there working, your automatic marketing machine will become one of the most valuable assets of your business. In addition, it is critical to understand that many of the frustrations and the internal problems you're likely experiencing with your business today are because you don't have a good marketing machine in place. Many businesses stand ready to provide great products and services delivered by caring employees with noble motivations, but they fail because they don't have enough sales opportunities. Let me do that part again. But they fail because they don't have enough sales opportunities. To paraphrase Thoreau, most entrepreneurs, to paraphrase Thoreau, most entrepreneurs lead lives of quiet desperation because they don't know how to create a steady and sufficient supply of customers and clients. Why this book? Why now?
It's going to go from,
Yeah, why is that right now?
but it's going to go from here to here. You know that, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then you'll scroll.
I will.
So why this book? Why now? Well, when I first met Danny, my co-author, it was when he and his then business partner were sneaking into an event that I was hosting for a few hundred of the entrepreneurs whose small businesses my own firm helps to manage. Danny was all but
26, 27 years old, and he crashed our gate with a style that caught my attention, and eventually he earned my respect. And it's a good thing that he did, because Danny handled himself really well. Danny crashed our gate with a style that caught my
Just give me
attention.
a pause. I like,
Good thing that Danny
hold
crashed.
on, can we, I like the way you slipped in his age. It was really in flow. Can you try that again, please? Just right. So
Where am I starting?
at the top. So why this book went out?
Yeah. So why this book and why now? Well, when I met my co-author, Danny and his then business partner were sneaking into an event that I was hosting for a few hundred of the small business owner entrepreneurs that my own law firm. Well, why this book and why now? Well, when I met my co-author, Danny, he and his then business partner, they were sneaking into an event that I was hosting for a few hundred of the entrepreneurs whose small businesses my own company helps to manage. Danny was crashing our gate. I don't know where and how I did it.
I don't know how you did it either, but it was so natural.
Danny was crashing our gate when he was like 27 years old.
Can we listen to it?
You
The
know,
recording?
Kind of interrupts the flow process of it. It would be nice to have, if you had a little MP3 recorder, we could just rewind and listen to yourself that we're not using for the editing.
but we don't have that right now. So let's just try it one
Can
more
we
time.
make a note so we
Yeah.
don't sit here tomorrow and say
We have that recorder there in your office. Yeah, we'll get it.
Or better yet, a tape would be even better. It'd be easier.
Oh. I don't know if they make that anymore. I don't have one of those.
A tape recorder.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get it.
So why this book? And why now? Well, when I first met my co-author, Danny and his business partner were sneaking into an event that I was hosting for a few hundred of the entrepreneurs whose small businesses my own firm helps to manage. Danny, all but 26 or 27 years old, was crashing our gate with such a style that he really caught my attention and eventually earned my respect. I'm so glad he did that. I'm so glad that Danny handled himself the way that he did back then, because I was able to keep an open mind, and that first encounter, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
It was,
it's not
it was
perfect.
2012.
It's not perfect, because then as Danny was just 26 years old, that gets redundant. I don't want to have to rewrite this.
Skip that. It was 2012, and in the years that followed, just skip that age part. It was
I gotta do
2012.
this whole thing all over again.
Okay,
I'm just gonna read it.
okay.
Danny crashed our gate with a style that really caught my attention and eventually earned my respect. And I'm so glad that Danny handled himself the way that he did, and that I had the maturity to keep an open mind, because that first encounter, it could have gone either way. And I'm so very glad that it went the right way. That was back in 2012. I was 41 years old. Danny was 26 or 27 years old. In the years that followed, Danny has been a client of mine, and I have been a client of his. And we've had the opportunity to collaborate. In the years that...
One second.
Yeah. In the years that followed, Danny has been a client of mine, and I have been a client of his. We've had the opportunity to collaborate on a number of projects for each other's businesses, and even for some mutual clients of ours. The common thread in all of our work together has been our mutual obsession with the philosophy of direct marketing and the power
Direct response, the common thread.
The common thread in all of our work together has been our mutual obsession with the philosophy of direct response marketing and the power of direct response marketing to transform any business in any industry when it's properly applied and harnessed. The principles in this book have been taught in various forms for hundreds of years, and they've been tested over and over again by businesses of all shapes and sizes in every industry you can imagine, in locations all over the world. and they always produce the same result: a steady flow of new prospects that liberate the owners of those businesses who use them. Now, throughout this book, you're going to discover how entrepreneurs, some of them just like you, have been using the very same strategies to scale, grow, and differentiate their businesses, to rise above the competition and quickly demand and receive top dollar for their products and services. We are here to give you the entire vision, plus the architecture that will help you make this vision into a reality. We are here to help you become the prosperous owner of a real business that frees you from the endless, desperate need to find that next prospect. The teachings in this book will allow you to create certainty and security and stability from your business. The teachings will give you the blueprint that you will be able to use to create a continuous and steady inflow of prospective new clients who, once they engage your services, because of the way you bring them to your business in the first place, they will be more inclined to trust your business.
Go back. The teaching.
The teachings in this book will allow you to create certainty and security and stability from your business. These teachings will give you the blueprint that you will be able to use to create a continuous and steady flow of the right kind of prospects who, once they become customers or clients or patients or passengers of your business, they will be more inclined to trust you, trust your staff, rely on your business, and refer their friends, family, or other business acquaintances to you. The teachings in this book will allow you to create equity and wealth, not just day-to-day income, which is important too, of course. This does not require any special level. This does not, and none of this requires any kind of special background. Just the commitment to use what you're going to be learning in this book. You will be able to apply it to any kind of business, serving any kind of market. And pretty soon, you're going to meet entrepreneurs in this book who are going to demonstrate exactly how this system worked for them. But for now, just know that you can build an automatic marketing machine and that it will transform your business forever for the better and give you real freedom. So let's begin.
Okay. Let's pause. I would like the chapters marked somehow to where we make it super easy. The other issue I've got going on.
Okay, we can easily do it. So is that's the end of a chapter?
Yeah, that was the introduction.
RJon, if you don't mind, just say editor note, end of chapter.
Editor note, end of introduction.
End of it, yeah.
Okay, so that's marked.
Yeah, the other issue that I've got going on, is this thing running off the hotspot I bought?
No, we're not broadcasting via that thing.
What is running off the hotspot? Just check your Wi-Fi, guys.
Yeah, mine's not. I'm on.
This is on.
Right, but is the link?
This produces its own. This is a hotspot in on it, so it's not real internet. It's a little hard.
Okay.
It's just broadcast Wi-Fi to your iPad. It's just in the video signal.
Okay, cool.
This was earlier. It's not anymore.
When did you change that?
Half an hour ago.
Okay.
Did we like go over it?
I've got 30 minutes before I'm walking out the door. I'd like to just read chapter 1.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just make sure.
Are there any questions, Deanna?
No questions so far.
Yeah, they're gonna throttle my speed.
Okay, so you're gonna max out your data.
Speed, what are you talking about?
The hotspot, never mind. It doesn't occur to you. It doesn't matter for you right now. Can you do me a favor? Just check these machines real quick.
I'm eyeing them right now. I've been eyeing them the whole time.
Right,
They're
but
running.
I'm just saying, if
Oh,
they're
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi'd
While
onto
he's
the,
checking, get
Verizon.
chapter 1 onto the left, page 1 onto the left, so we get page 2 onto the right.
This is on HTML cells.
It doesn't work like that?
It doesn't work like that. I mean, I can just start deleting stuff.
This is on
Just hit enter. No, don't delete. No, don't delete. Hit enter.
Okay.
Hit
just hit insert. Go to the top, file, insert.
We're good on those, Jimbo. They're connected
Okay,
to the.
great.
Perfect, thank you.
Great. There. What? Is that all of page 1 and all of page 2? There's nothing
Wait,
down?
why does it say so? Let's get into it.
Is this machine here, Jimbo?
Yeah, my phone's not
Okay.
on
Will
Wi-Fi.
you take that off of your, off that Wi-Fi, please? Thank you. Yes.
Good.
All right.
Just out of curiosity, is anyone watching this at home?
I'm sorry.
On and off on Instagram.
How many people do
probably.
we have on the stream?
We had 10 over here, and then we started editing, and we lost a bit of 2 right now.
That's because they don't really want to know the reality of how you do
Of
things
the
like
sausage.
this. They just want to.
Yeah.
They just want to
I
go
wanna
to
see
the
the glamour.
They just want to see the glamour.
Just want to see RJon play the guitar.
Yeah, where's the damn guitar?
They just want to see me play. They just want to see the glamour of me playing the guitar.
And
All right,
dining.
chapter 1.
I'm really serious about that. I want to congratulate everyone who's here because, for real, I mean,
Yeah.
it takes.
It's not pretty.
This is how it gets done.
Yeah, it's not glamorous. Okay.
The Beatles were always on stage unconscious.
Yeah, playing Let It Be.
They were never sitting in a studio drinking coffee,
Arguing with one.
arguing with one another, trying to figure out the lyrics for the right lyrics, and do take 2, take 3, take 5.
Yeah.
No, man, I don't think that's really good. I like something else.
Chapter 1. Let's cut the BS.
Let's let's say editor note chapter 1.
Editor note, chapter 1.
Good to go.
Chapter 1. Let's cut the BS and make your small business more profitable. The truth will set you free, but first it's going to piss you off. Glorious Diamond. The truth of the matter is that you have been lied to for a very long time. Or if it makes you feel any better, you've been fed a whole bunch of bullshit about how to market your business. And that is why you are where you are with your business instead of where you want to be. Where you may find yourself is frustrated, scared, intimidated, insecure, and overwhelmed. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's because it can be very frustrating to know in your heart that you have the capacity to do great work and bring terrific services and products to market. If only you could find better clients and customers who would give you the opportunity to show the world what you're made of. It can also be very frustrating when you find yourself in the office in the middle of the night or on the weekends, instead of with your family, enjoying the fruits of your labors because your business can't bring in enough prospects to afford you the confidence or the cash flow to hire the help you need. It can be pretty scary too, not knowing where that next customer or client is going to come from, especially towards the end of the month. And it's even worse when you see other businesses with less experience and less expertise in your local market who seem to be getting plenty of business. They're able to make the long-term, courageous business decisions that you know you'd be able to make in terms of hiring, training, investing, equipment, and turning down the wrong customers, or even the right customers who have the wrong needs. They can make those courageous decisions because they've got an automatic marketing machine that keeps bringing them a steady stream of new prospects, and you don't. Well, not yet. Before the book is over, you will though. Yes, it can be very frustrating to see those other entrepreneurs making the decisions you wish you could be making, doing things with their businesses that you wish you could be doing with yours, and living the life that you imagined when you decided to start your business. All because they seem to have figured something out that, for some reason, still eludes you. Well, we've got good news and we've got some bad news. The bad news is that much of this book is probably going to piss you off. The good news is that if you follow the very simple instructions that you will be finding throughout this book, which are laid out for you in plain English,
detailing precisely how and why to build an automatic marketing machine.
Let's go back to the good news.
Can I do something with this? Can I turn this thing sideways so I can stand here? Can I move this back?
Eric, my question.
Can I? Is that what's going on? Just, how do we rotate this table this way? And what are we trying to accomplish? Just trying to get this microphone here. This angle is uncomfortable.
So it's trying to get closer to your body.
Ideally, I'd like to be standing like this, but then I'm staring at the wall, and I want to stand like that and stare there. Here, I'll hold this. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Just this for now.
Okay, cool.
You want to move that forward? Very nice. Probably think that at the end of my performance with your guitar up.
Man.
So we got like
Would you buy me a
50 people
Taylor?
sign up for our list. AMMbook.com.
AMMbook.com.
15 people.
All right. The good news is that if you follow the very simple instructions that you find in this book,
That you'll find.
the good news is that if you follow the very simple instructions you'll find throughout this book, which are all laid out for you in plain English, detailing precisely how and why to build an automatic marketing machine for your business, it will set you free. So let's get to it. Who has lied to me and why? That's what you want to know, right? Well, at the risk of distracting you from taking action, let's indulge your curiosity a little bit. But only so that you can get it out of your system, so that later we can devote the rest of this book to helping you recover from the damage that may have already been done. Let's start by defining some terms. Lies are an intentional misrepresentation of a person's best understanding of the truth. Mistakes are the result of a person being wrong about their best understanding of the truth, but doing their best to express it as honestly as that person can. Bullshit is created when a person who has not bothered to investigate, think through, analyze, or ascertain the truth about something, nonetheless makes representations about it. The key element of bullshit is that the representations, well, they could turn out to be right or they could turn out to be wrong. But one way or the other, the problem is that the person who says it hasn't bothered to investigate. They haven't analyzed. They haven't measured anything. That's what makes it bullshit. When you ask a person why they did or didn't do something, like, hey, marketing vendor, why did you spend my money on X instead of Y? And they have no explanation, and it's obvious they didn't even think it through, that smell that you smell is bullshit in the air. College professors, either they lied to you or they were bullshitting you when they downplayed the importance of marketing. Your first boss, either they lied to you or they bullshitted you when they told you you didn't have to worry about marketing, that they just, your first boss,
Your first boss.
either they lied to you or they were bullshitting you when they told you that all the business that their company was getting came by referrals. Your second boss, they probably lied to you too for a lot of the same reasons, and maybe they weren't bullshitting you. They might have just been flat out lying to you because they didn't want you to know just how simple it is to start a business when you know how to build an automatic marketing machine that brings you a steady stream of new business, and so they didn't want you to leave. Your marketing vendors.
How about, because you went off on that, go, now let's talk about your marketing vendors.
I'll do it, but I'll do it with the way I say it.
Sure.
Your marketing vendors. Oh, your marketing vendors. Either they've been lying to you, or else they're completely
completely incompetent. Now, if it makes you feel better, we'll go along with the story that your marketing vendors who haven't been showing you meaningful reports, who haven't been showing you positive ROI, and who haven't been asking you the right questions about your business's financial goals and capacities. If it makes you feel any better, okay, we'll go along with the idea that they're honestly just incompetent. All right. Your friends who run struggling businesses of their own. Either they're lying to you about having a successful business, or they're bullshitting you if they don't tell you about, this doesn't make any sense at all. I don't have time to finish this chapter. My suggestion is you wordsmith this thing, because this doesn't make sense. I understand.
So it's a list of people bullshitting.
Yeah, but
All your friends who run struggling small
yeah, but it's. I laid it out, and you were gonna finish it. And it's not finished. The thoughts aren't finished. Your first boss lied to you. You know who else lied to you? Your first girlfriend. She lied to you too. Your parents lied to you.
Okay.
Like, it's just, it doesn't matter that all these people lied to you. The whole point of it is they lied to you about the importance of marketing.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Okay, I'll play with it.
play with it. I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll finish.
Sounds good.
Say goodbye.
Are there any questions?
No questions so
Then I'll
far.
leave.
If you guys have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, I'll see you all later.
All right.
I figured it out.
Oh, hey, tomorrow, 7 here.
7 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Danny, wordsmith it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just, you gotta like read it out loud while you're typing.
Break it.
Fair enough.
Say goodbye to the people. Say goodbye to the people. Bye, people.
Thanks for being here, people. Bye, people.
All right.
Are we ending this?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
bye, people.
Bye, people. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Tune in tomorrow.
Check
That's-
Can we chat when you have?
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later.
Hey, Eric, you want to do that test you're talking about?
Not right now.
Um,